All right, Kyle, I think it's time to take it to the next level. And by next level, I mean up a deck. There's a lot to see.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
As we travel up the ramp and onto the final deck, we notice that there aren't really any more animal cages, but something that looks more like a living space.
So, Kyle, I can't tell you how many times I've read through the account of the flood, and every time I've read through that, I have never thought about the fact that Noah and his family would need a place to live on the ark.
Yeah, and when you think about it, there was enough room for them to build penthouse suites on top, right?
Right, exactly. And just across from us, you can actually see some imagination of what their living quarters might have looked like. And then behind us is something I've never thought of either, and that's that they were growing their own food.
Yeah, not just for themselves, but even maybe for some of the animals too.
Wow, see, I'd never thought of that.
Yeah, I know. Now, what's interesting in the living quarters is you have everything that a house would have, like bedrooms, parlors, kitchens,
Wi-Fi? Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not.
Well, they have electricity, right?
Yeah, there you go.
I love the imagination of the creators of the Ark Encounter to think that, hey, let's create something that we can live in for a year and make it kind of cool.
I think that's what's so fun about coming to the Ark here, and the fun that I've had today is looking around and seeing things that I had never even thought of before, but say, well, of course, yeah, they probably had to have something similar to this.
Yeah, exactly. Very cool. As we read the account of the Ark, we never really learn the names of Noah's wives or daughters-in-law. We also don't know much about Shem, Ham, or Japheth. So in this area, the creators of the Ark Encounter have taken a little more artistic license as they give the wives names and portray what hobbies they might have enjoyed during the journey.
So as we cross over the aisle, we come upon Shem's room first. Here we see him laying in his bed and reading. The creators of the Ark Encounter imagined that Noah's sons shared some of the attributes of their father. And that's why they've shown Shem as reading from a scroll of God's Word because of his love for the Lord.
Upon entering Japheth's room, we see a scene of him playing the flute, while his wife Raina paints pottery. With all of the work to be done on the ark, we can imagine that they probably needed a little downtime to recharge.
As we cross back through the garden area to get to the other living quarters, I thought about the sunlight that would have been more readily available here on the third deck. Herbs and vegetables would have no problem thriving in low lighting like this. Also in the corner, they've placed a loom for making clothes, rugs, make needed repairs, or solve other logistical problems.
It all makes sense that near the garden would be the kitchen. Here we see Shem's wife, Ariel, preparing a meal. What's cool is not only do they make it as realistic as possible, but if you listen close, you can hear the sounds of her working. The pantry would be stocked for the voyage, and she would also have a fresh supply from the garden. Could it be that on the real voyage they had a stone oven to cook bread or make soup?
And of course we come to the dining area next, and as you can see, Ham and his wife Keziah are preparing vegetables for dinner. The thing that also catches my eye is how the table has a ridge around it. You don't want plates and utensils sliding off as the ark rocks back and forth. Also, you can see how all the shelves and cupboards are designed to hold everything in place. I wonder how many meals they ate while things were sliding back and forth.
Further down, we come to Ham's room. He and Keziah aren't here, of course, because they have KP duty. The Ark Encounter creators imagined that Ham was interested in engineering, and his wife had skills in handling the medical needs of the crew. As we look around the room, we see these interests expressed by the items all around us.
Finally, we come to Noah's quarters. We see the imagination of those who made this display as they depict some of the interests that Noah and his wife Imzara have. There are Noah's maps and scrolls, as well as sketches and drawings by Imzara.